Hi LEGO fans, we're back with another set from the Batman movie. Today we are going to unbox, speed build and review set number 70912 Arkham Asylum. This is the biggest set from the first wave of Batman movie LEGO sets, and this comes in with an impressive 1,628 pieces. Despite being one of the more difficult to find sets, it is still available at shop.lego.com. You may find it in a LEGO store, and you can definitely find it at Toys R Us online and in store. This set doesn't have great reviews at the online LEGO store, but it does have much better reviews on the Toys R Us online store. That might be something to do with the fact that LEGO are charging $150 for it, and Toys R Us are discounting this at $120. That's much better value for money. A few things attracted me to this set. Firstly, the impressive part count. Secondly, I've got most of these anyway, so I needed this one to finish the collection. And thirdly, an impressive array of minifigures. We've got 11 minifigures in this set. We're getting Batman, Robin, Barbara Gordon, Aaron Kash, a male and a female GCPD officer, Dr. Harleen Quinzel, the Joker, Poison Ivy, Two-Face, Catwoman and The Riddler. We also get this cool looking Arkham Asylum playset and a cop car. Let's flip this box over and see what it looks like on the back. Cool, so it does look like we've got quite a lot to play with here. So it looks like we've got a security screening area, a central control room and a watchtower. In the west wing of the asylum we seem to have a laundry area and a laboratory where Harleen Quinzel's working. And over in the east wing it looks like we've got a cafeteria and a visiting area. I can see here the Joker receiving visitation. This looks pretty cool too. This security screening area seems to be some kind of X-ray machine. And we have an exercise yard with weights for our inmates to work out and keep fit. Okay, I think we've spent enough time looking at the pictures. Let's get this box open and see what we've got inside. Awesome, a big pile of crinkly bags. And immediately I see my favourite piece of hair. And of course, that is the beautiful Poison Ivy. Here we are, here's our instruction manual, and wow, that is a monster sticker sheet. We are gonna have our work cut on getting all of those onto the set straight and to my satisfaction. As you know, we don't like stickers, we like printed pieces, and this is a doozy. So I expect this is going to be about a 2-hour build, but we're going to go ahead and speed up that process for you. This is going to be a 90-second speed build. And here's the completed build. This took exactly 2 hours and 45 minutes to put together, and I'm quite impressed with the end result. Sure, it's no Ultimate Collector's Series set, but it's a great playset. It has scale, it has all of the features, loads of minifigs, and I think for the price point, it's on par. Let's get a little bit closer and take a look at all of the details of the set. Some of the more negative online reviews focus on the roof of the asylum, and I think they've got a little bit of a point here. I was trying to figure out when I was building this, why are some of these tiles white, why are some black? And it wasn't obvious to me until I read some online reviews that the roof is actually meant to be covered in snow, but it's a little bit haphazard with some of these bricks here. They're just not quite scaled enough to give the impression of snowfall on the roof. And to be honest, I think LEGO should have dropped that idea and just gone for all black tiles. I think it would have just looked better. If we look past the slightly odd black and white roof tiles, there is actually quite a lot of nice detailing here on the roof, and that's all over the roof of the asylum. I really like the attention to detail that they've put in here. I also like the use of trellis and bars on the windows to keep our criminally insane supervillains inside the asylum. The entrance to the asylum has a pair of very imposing doors which open inwards, and I really like the statue at the front of the asylum. That guy looks suspiciously like the Joker with his hair swept back, and he's carrying a rattlesnake, but I'm not sure exactly who that character's meant to be. We have a telltale sign of who resides within the asylum, with this poison ivy growing out through the bars of the cells. The GCPD Cop Car is a simple but well-built car, and it does the job. You can open up the doors on either side. I don't think we've got an opening hood there. No, we don't. But we do have an opening trunk where we can store accessories such as the shackles or the handcuffs and the walkie-talkies that the GCPD officers use. The roof of the car does come off so that you can put minifigures inside, and I'm told, although there are no seats in here, you can actually fit 3 minifigures inside. I'm a little doubtful about that, so let's give it a go. Okay, so I was able to get 2 GCPD officers inside the car. This is a slightly unconventional seating position, I must admit, and I'm going to call LEGO out here because there is no way, unless you stand up the characters inside the car, which of course you would never do, that you could fit 3 figures in here. And just to prove the point, here is the official LEGO stores write-up on this set, which clearly says that you can get 3 minifigures inside the car. Here are the 2 GCPD minifigures, and from the neck down they are identical, both wearing these black pants with no printing. We've got these black hand pieces because they're wearing gloves, and then a very nicely printed torso piece with some metallic gold printing on there. We also have some printing on the arms there again, which is gold printing, very nice, only on that one side. Same with the male officer. And then on the back there we get the GCPD letters, and you can see the cable coming down from the walkie-talkie. So these are very nice minifigures. Removing the headgear gives us a better view of the facial printing, and these are very nicely printed minifigures. If we flip them around, you can see that we've got no printing on the back of the male officer, but we do have an alternate expression on the female officer. That's because our male officer wears a cap and we'd be able to see the alternate expression on the back of his head, but our female officer has this awesome hairpiece with the ponytail, and that's really pretty. Turning the asylum around exposes all of the rooms inside, and there's a lot of stuff to play with here. I really like the way LEGO have made this modular, so you can break it into pieces, which makes it easier to move around or to play with. And many of the features can be removed from the asylum altogether, such as the security screening checkpoint. This reminds me of the new body scanners that they have at airports. So we put our minifigure inside here, turn it to one side, and then our minifigure can be scanned through the scanner. As you can see there, we can actually see inside the minifigure. Behind the security screening scanner, you can see the main entryway to the asylum, and there's a lot of empty space here. I think it's a bit of a wasted opportunity, and to be honest, I don't really like these doors. I think they look a little bit maybe amateur in the way they've been put together. I'd like to have seen some big plastic doors on there, very similar to the ones we saw in the Disney castle. Above the main entryway you can see the central security office, and as you can see from the screens, we are currently on lockdown. We also have a door so that the security guards can go outside onto the balcony above the main door of the asylum and get some air. The east wing of the asylum contains 2 detention cells, the laundry, and Dr. Harleen Quinzel's laboratory. Dr. Quinzel's lab is furnished with a chair, a computer, some storage, and these really cool containers. The laundry is one of my favourite parts of the asylum. I really love the builds on the washing machines. I like the attention to detail with the drain in the floor, and I like the box of washing powder we get as well. We also get some more nice touches with this broom attached to the wall and some graffiti from one of the inmates, obviously counting down the days till their release. Something that's really unusual about the asylum build is that there aren't actually any jail cells, so you won't see any larger rooms where the prisoner can sleep. There's no beds, there's no toilets like you would traditionally see in a jail. What we do have are these small detention cells suitable for one prisoner at a time. As you can see here, we have the Riddler and Poison Ivy in residence. It's really difficult to see, but we do have some graffiti from the inmates inside the holding cells. This is Dr. Harleen Quinzel, and she has an interesting backstory. Obviously the name sounds very much like Harley Quinn, and actually Dr. Harleen was working at the asylum when she met the Joker and became infatuated with him, and that's how Dr. Harleen Quinzel became Harley Quinn. She comes with this great little clipboard piece, a little 2x2 tile which is printed with Arkham Asylum. She's got some beautiful printing with a lab coat and printing down onto the jewel molded pants there. Let's have a look at the back. Yes, we have a little bit of printing on the back of the torso and some nice contours there. And you can see the jewel moulding on the legs. So turning to the face, we do have a dual expression. She looks a little bit more perplexed on the back. And this beautiful blonde hairpiece there with the bun at the back. And that is Dr. Harleen Quinzel. Our prisoners are broken out of the detention cells, and this gives us a great opportunity to have a look at Poison Ivy and the Riddler. Now, as you can see with all of our supervillains, they're wearing this rather fetching orange jumpsuit, which identifies them as an Arkham Asylum inmate. The jumpsuits are pretty much the same. There's just a slight variation in the printing between the male and the female, just reflecting the difference in the shape of the body. Let's have a look at Poison Ivy first. And she has this absolutely fabulous hairpiece. I really like that. Obviously red with flecks of green in it, and this little white rose there. Let's just pop that hairpiece off so we can get this back into focus. There we are. There's the face on the front, and if we flip her over, she has a little more pouty expression on the back. And this is the Riddler, and again he has two expressions on his face. If we turn him over, yeah, he's got a slightly more disconcerted expression on the back, and he has this really nice piece here which contains his hair and his hat. That is one continuous moulded piece, and that is the Riddler. This is the east wing of the asylum, and here we have the visitation room, the cafeteria, and another two holding detention cells. Here you can see Barbara Gordon interviewing the Joker through the plexiglass screens, and there's also a telephone there so that they can talk to one another through the glass. The cafeteria comes with a table for the inmates to eat their meals at, and this servery with a wide selection of foods. We can remove the servery from the asylum for closer inspection. We get some really nice foodstuff elements here, including the sausages. We've got some pretzels and some fixings, presumably to go with the sausages. Then we've got the printed donut, a carton of orange juice, which is a nice printed piece. And we have 2 cartons of milk, which again are nice printed pieces. Then we also get trays and plates for the inmates to use. Again, we have 2 small detention cells, and in the east wing, these are currently occupied by Two-Face and Catwoman. These cells also come with some prisoner artwork, and in particular, I popped out one of the panels to show you the plant monster poster that was in one of the cells, and this really reminded me of something. I actually went back to one of the collectible minifigures series and found the plant monster minifigure, which is not part of this set, but very, very much like the one that's pictured in the poster in the cell. This is a Joker, and he is my favourite minifigure from the set. I particularly like the printing on the face with this enormous mouth and his teeth showing. He also has a great hairpiece here with this coiffured green swept back hair. If we take that off, we can actually see his expression on the back there, which is rather more menacing. He's showing his teeth even more. And that is, if we can get his hair back on, the Joker. This is Catwoman, and in addition to the standard issue Arkham Asylum jumpsuit, she has the purple gloves, she has an orange utility belt, which is quite an unusual addition for an asylum inmate, and then we have this fabulous cat-shaped mask, which I'm just going to take off to reveal quite a creepy face under there. You can see the cat eye goggles, and if we turn her over, she's got a slightly more aggressive expression on the back, and that is Catwoman. This is Two-Face, and there's been quite a lot of attention to detail put into this character, not least the way he divides down the middle, including the skin coloration in the hands. What I particularly like about this minifigure is the hairpiece, and this is a dual moulded piece. There's actually two different types of plastic going into this mould, and if we take that off you can actually see that inside. There's quite an intricate moulding pattern going on there. We have two expressions on him. That's the main expression, and if we turn him over we have a slightly more aggressive expression, and that is our Two-Face. He's an awesome little minifigure. This is Commissioner Gordon's daughter, Barbara Gordon, and she's got some beautiful printing on the body there. You can see she's wearing this waistcoat, she has a shirt on underneath and a pendant hanging around her neck. She also has a gun belt and her badge hanging down printed on the pants there. I think for me the best part about this character is the hairpiece, and this is spectacular. Red hair with a gold hairband and this long kind of curled ponytail. We also have some printing on the back there. Let's see if she has another expression. Yes, we do. Oh wow, that's a rather more determined expression, and that is Barbara Gordon. She's beautiful. We don't get a lot of detail in this guard's tower, and one of the negative things about it is that it is quite top heavy. It can fall over quite easily. Let's take a look inside. The tower does feel a little rushed, not least when you have details like the basketball hoop, but no basketball to play with. At the top of the tower we can see the notorious Aaron Kash with his hook hand keeping an eagle eye over the inmates. We can also see the boxes of TNT on the level below, and it's somewhat unclear why those are included in the set. This is Aaron Kash, and he is the roughest, toughest security guard at Arkham Asylum, and he has this hook for a hand after a tangle with the killer Croc. He has some beautiful printing. We have the full printing on the torso here and on the waistband of the pants. If we turn him over, he also has the Arkham Asylum wording on the back of his outfit. And yeah, he's very cool. We've got the expression on the front here, and if we pop off the hair, we have an alternate expression at the back which looks even more mean, and that is Aaron Kash. This is yet another Batman, and if you've seen these sets before, you've seen Batman, so I'm going to say enough said and put him with his friends. Our final minifigure is Robin, and he is holding the Phantom Zone projector, which I had to go away and look up and figure out what this is. Now apparently the Phantom Zone projector is an object that can be used to transport prisoners and objects to and from the Phantom Zone. The Phantom Zone is an interdimensional realm outside the normal space-time continuum, which is a barren and insubstantial null area absent of any physical materials. Robin's very cool. Yeah, I really like this colourful character. He looks very much like the 60s Robin from the classic Batman series. He has these nice dual moulded legs, some printing on the back, some printing on the front, and this awesome hairpiece with his glasses built in. He's definitely one of my favourite minifigures, and that is, let's put that back on, that is Robin. So that was set number 70912, Arkham Asylum from the Batman movie, with 1,628 pieces. There are some shortcomings in this set, but we do get a lot of elements, we get a lot of minifigures, we get a nice big playset and a car. So if you're an adult fan of LEGO looking for the ultimate recreation of Arkham Asylum in LEGO form, this is possibly not the set for you. If you're looking for a fun LEGO playset, and you can find this at the $120 price tag, this is well worth considering, especially with the 11 minifigures that we get here. I'm a big LEGO Batman fan, and I'm very pleased to add this to my collection. So thanks for joining us for this LEGO Batman movie unboxing, speed build and review today. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe for more awesome LEGO content. We put out 2 new videos a week, and we've already reviewed many of the LEGO Batman movie sets, so check out the playlist I put on screen now. Thanks for tuning in, be sure to leave your comments down below, and we'll see you again on the next build video.